Dzień dobry, witam bardzo, ale to bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym epizodzie z Kingdom Come Deliverance. Lecimy do Tumberka i będziemy tą lokację odbijać. Dlaczego musimy ją odbijać? Co się stało? Zapraszam was do poprzednich epizodów, bo tam działy się rzeczy. Okej, no i... Co wy robicie tam? Nie wiem.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, raquette to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roquetta? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Raquette are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of raquette, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
LOL. Jakiś wariat kompletny. Okej.
God bless you.
I came to an
He's already here. You wouldn't believe how clever that fellow is. Now we really will build that trebuchet. That I guarantee.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be too when the assault starts. I probably shouldn't, but go and have a look in my trunk.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Klucz do skrzyni Pfeiffera. Tylko gdzie on mieszka, nie? Kurde. Jakże miał kluczyk do tego. Zbyt biednie. Nie ma skrzynki. To jest to, co ja potrzebuję? Jest lepszy, ale chyba tylko dlatego, że jest nieużywany. Nie mam nic tutaj nawet do zaoferowania. Co ty mi tam dałeś? Dobra. To nie umieścić takich rzeczy, dobra. Dobra. Z Boczkiem porozmawiaj. Dobra, ale tak. Gdzie jest? A. Bożek. A pas.
Good day to you.
What do you think of...
He definitely knows what he's doing. And all that wild talk of his, rockets and such like. I'd almost let him try it out, but on some other castle.
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used, so I can't really judge. But if his ideas worked, they'd change the way we make war. He showed me some of the drawings he has with him. I don't know if he's a genius or a madman.
How are you faring?
How do you think I'm faring?
Well,
Not so far. Though we may...
I imagine...
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart, too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest...
The easiest way.
Repairing?
Uh,
Pity they...
Toth. Take
Dobra.
care.
Misja. Rozmawiam z panem Dziwiszem. Dziennik, oblężenie opcjonalne, porozmawiać z bożkiem, aktualny cel. Czy aż skończy się budowa trebusza. Dobra. Ale zanim to zrobimy, ja musiałbym naprawić moją zbroję, czy coś. Jest kowal, dobra, pójdziemy do kowala. Ale wydaje mi się, że to już jesteśmy na finiszu gry. Jak coś podejrzewam. To już dużo nie zostało. Naprawdę będziemy musieli pewnie podbić Talberg, tam pewnie będzie tego gościu będzie, nie? Ewentualnie dowiemy się, gdzie jest. Chcę naprawić tą moją zbroję, żeby nie było przypału, że mi się zepsuje, albo że będzie mniej efektywna przez to, że nie dbałem o nią. A chyba tak właśnie jest, że nie dbam o nią w sumie. Bo dostałem ten sam przedmiot, a był gorszy. Przepraszam, że mój był gorszy, mimo że był taki sam.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Dobrze coś zjeść, okej? Zaraz coś zjesz. Odnośnie naprawy. Dobra, wszystko naprawione. Coś przydałoby się zjeść. Dobrze prawisz. Na pewno się umyj. Nie ma tu nic po drodze, więc wracamy tam. Dobra, jestem na miejscu. Siadamy tam. Musielibyśmy coś zjeść, tak zrobimy. Widzę, że śpiochać się nam chce. Też ogarniemy. No tak, jeżeli chodzi o jedzenie, no to jedz garnka. Plus jedz percelek, wyrzucenie. Prawa 69. Prawa 90, ok. Jest jakieś łóżko tutaj? O, jest zajebiste łóżko. Dobra, pośpimy.
Kdybych já tu vodu píjel, věru bych sa dobře mýval. Nechodíval bych do šenku, nešidíval bych šenku.
Dobra, Kuń. Masz coś do jedzenia? Surowe grzyby. Mamy coś do rozdania? A, mamy włamywanie do rozdania. What? Sensu to jest, bo i tak wszystko już mam tak rozwinięte, że już w dupie z tym tak naprawdę. Dobra. Że ja chcę to zjeść. Czy ja to wyrzuciłem? Zjebałem chyba. Nieważne. Rebus jest gotowy. Trebusz. Dziennik. Rzecz, to się budowa trebusza. Okej. Nie wiem, ile to może się budować. Lada dzień miało być. Wow!
The Lord be praised. Farewell.
Zajebisty ten trebusz.
My respects to you.
Is there anything?
The truth is, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 has far too few weaknesses. Who'd have thought that was something I'd come to regret?
Do you think?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this,
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃.
not only 𝗏𝗏𝗃, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards.
And what about the?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north.
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall.
Is there some way we?
There are steps from the gate up,
Stuck up brush.
brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken.
Exactly.
Pity they didn't stay.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him. May the Lord watch over you.
Dobra, zbudowany jest. I co teraz? Muszę obejrzeć próbę.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Move. Move. God damn it, I have to get to Sir 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. and they're carrying the colours of 𝗗𝗲𝗹𝘆 and they're very close.
𝗗𝗲𝗹𝘆. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
No i się zjebało jeszcze bardziej. Nie, to musi być jakaś finałowa walka za chwilę, bo to już gówno wpadło tak w wiatrak.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townburg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... I want to be in the vanguard.
Now hear me well, Henry. There are whole cemeteries full of heroes who rushed into danger. And if the first human you meet runs you through, it won't be good for morale. Not to mention that Radzik would have my guts for garters. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Retail.
If you thought you'd be spending the whole siege sitting on your arses...
Dobra. Okej. I mam teraz pogadać. Z Bożkiem.
All right.
Is there any...
Well,
I've met a few, true.
then have a look around the area. I'll be with you.
Zapytaj węglarzy. Bądź gotów, ruszaj na pole bitwy. Aha, czyli reszta misji to jest poboczna misja. Jak daleko to? O, tam. A kuj mi się trochę zranił, ale i z tym.
Not yet.
Trochę kusnąć.
Easy, man. Easy. Easy.
Easy, man. Easy. A idą, ty. Easy. 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 Easy.
They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
At them! Charge! Ride those horsens into the dirt!
Sorry. Ale ta gra to jest takie drewno. Jesus Christ. Ja byłem cały czas naznaczony ten quest, który na razie mi się nie przyda. Zapchany po prostu całą rozpiskę zapchany jakimiś bzdurami.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, 𝗞𝗵𝗆. You'll need it when you kneel before 𝗚𝗺𝗲.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
𝗚𝗺𝗲, you say? Not Sir 𝗚𝗺𝗲? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Those bastards! Those bastards! Bierzemy ich. Rodzinne wartości się zaczęły. No jest. Pośpiesz się. O, jesteś. Nie, ja muszę tak bić się, bo ja nie wiem, kogo mogę bić, a kogo nie mogę bić. Może taki trochę podziałam? Wszyscy biją się z tym jednym, więc ten jeden znasz na pewno. No. Temu przyjebał, ty. To musiało boleć. Ja pierdzielę.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, 𝗚𝗺𝗲𝗆𝗆. Do you want him to kill Radzig and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
So, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and he brought 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with 𝗏𝗏. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Dobrze. Przyłącz się do spotkania. Lecimy. Elo. Dobry.
Start talking, or make your peace with God. Greetings. What do you need?
I won't betray my lord.
Goodbye.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it? Fuck you. You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them.
Dobrze.
Who is this 𝗏𝗏?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so 𝗚𝗏𝗏 ended up in his service.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You!
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Listen to me. 𝗏𝗏 has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? How did you meet him?
What's that got to do?
I won't waste any more time on you.
I don't need to save myself. 𝗚𝗏𝗏 will save me.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and 𝗞𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗏𝗏. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes 𝗏𝗏 cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 does about his wife and you about your father. Well, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Czyżby koniec gry? Kurde, możliwe.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice 𝗗𝗃𝗆 into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
𝗏𝗏𝗆, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
Jaki jest zabawny ten. Kurde, powiem wam, że nasz ojczulek, kobyla, to jest po prostu comic relief tej gry.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy. Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
What is it?
Margrave 𝗆𝗆𝗆 is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
𝗆𝗆𝗆, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's 𝗆𝗆𝗆?
𝗆𝗆𝗆 of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want 𝗆𝗆𝗆 camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Dobrze, rodzinne wartości zakończone. To, słowo honoru. Wydaje mi się, że następny odcinek będzie odcinkiem ostatnim, więc kończymy na dzisiaj. Serdecznie dziękuję za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się. Do usłyszenia. No i cześć!